back to chemistry. This is Free Nail School. My name is Kelly, and today we are in week 4 and we are starting chapter 7, which is client care services. So we're going to talk about what to do or what should occur before, during, and after your nail services with your client. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Like we always do, we're going to break this chapter down into 2 sections. So this first section, we're going to cover the greeting, ask, analyze, and assess, and the agreement. And this all occurs before the service. So the goal of client care is to help guarantee your client satisfaction, right? So there are 5 phases of service that will help you achieve this goal, and each one of these phases has a different objective in the service process. So like we saw on the last slide, in this section, we're only going to cover 3 of those. So phase 1 is greeting. Again, phase 2 is ask, analyze, and assess. And thirdly, we have agreement. So we've already established in chapter 2 that your greeting and first impressions are extremely important. Your greeting helps you build rapport with your clients, and it allows you to learn your clients' needs and desires. So this is learned through effective communication. Again, it is extremely important, okay? In the greeting phase, you can win your clients' respect by greeting them professionally and respectfully, because a lot of y'all don't have no respect when y'all talking to your clients, and that's why your clientele is struggling. But anyway, to do so, you want to make sure that you are offering a friendly smile, make direct eye contact, extend your hand and shake hands firmly. I know with COVID and everything, we've gotten away from that. But then you also just want to give them a warm welcome. Because we live in such a technological world now, the telephone is often the first contact a client has with you or your business, whether it be in the DMs, text messages, comments, whatever. So you want to make a positive personal impression as a professional. It's important that you come off as a professional, that you are professional and that you exude that, because bad customer service it's going to ruin your bag. And we also know that in person, impressions are formed based on professional atmosphere, eye contact, touch, and your tone of voice. Every aspect of your workplace is a representation of you and your commitment to excellence, okay? It shows your dedication to cleanliness and professionalism. Also, having your licenses, certificates, and awards displayed also just adds to the feeling of like the professionalism of your workspace, or it makes customers feel a little bit more like comfortable with the work or with the services that you are about to provide for them. Another huge component of the greeting is eye contact. So your eye contact is a nonverbal gesture that conveys an impactful message. It says, yes, you have my undivided attention, and it also demonstrates your personal confidence. We know that you don't always have to speak in order to let someone know that you are listening to them. Just making eye contact with your client while they're talking will let them know that they're being heard. Next up is touch. So therapeutic touch has been used throughout the ages, and now in this technology-driven world, it is even more valuable. Touch is considered the most personal of the 5 senses. It can lower blood pressure, relieve stress, stimulate circulation, and promote feelings of security and comfort. The healing effects of touch are also well established, okay? Again, with COVID, we've kind of gotten away from touch. However, as a nail tech, touch is a huge part of your job, okay? You definitely do, before you start your service, you want to analyze your client's hand. You want to check for any cracks in the nails, splits, any injuries they may have on their hands. So touch is involved. Just use gloves if that's something that you're extremely worried about. When it comes to relating with clients, what you say and how you say it can turn a first-time customer into a return client. In a professional setting, a firm and low-key tone of voice is preferred over someone who is loud and high-pitched and just doing the most, okay? It's too much. All of these components just let us know that the greeting phase is more than you just saying hello. A lot goes into your greeting phase when you are meeting a client, or especially a first-time client. Now let's talk about ask, analyze, and assess. This phase is more than just question and answers. This is a guided conversation that invites the client to share their expectations as well as their reasons for requesting your services. So this is where you learn about what your clients need, what they expect. This phase also helps you to understand and determine what services you can or cannot provide for your client. So like we talked about before with effective communication, you have to know what's going on with your client to know that, hey, if you're pregnant, then I can't do this on you. Hey, if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or whatever, I don't want to put you at risk to make matters worse. So you have to communicate with your client. So again, this phase is important, not just to determine what services you can or can't provide, but you also need to know what products you can or cannot use on the client as well. So that brings us into health conditions and allergies. So you want to be on the lookout for pregnancy, diabetes, high blood pressure, to name a few, or any allergens, because they're likely to cause allergic reactions. These are found in cosmetic ingredients, which are in the polishes, in the color and fragrances. Hydroxy acid allergens are found or can come from some cuticle treatments, or just normal allergies to pollen, mold, etc. It's also important to know what medications and treatments your clients are experiencing, whether they are on oral antibiotics, steroids, blood thinners, if they're going through chemo or radiation. And also, this assessment phase helps you to determine your client's lifestyle. So assess your client's nails, feet, hands, and skin to determine what you can or cannot do for your safety and for theirs. Lastly, let's talk about the agreement phase. So you want to make sure that the client agrees on the recommended services that they book for, and that you are about to provide for them. So you want to explain the recommended services for them, state the cost of the service and future services if they plan to rebook, gain feedback from your client, and be on one page with your client before beginning the service. Because I don't know how many times I've started a service with someone and I'm thinking we're on the same page. You said you wanted French tips. I begin to do the French tips, and then you wait until I'm done to say, oh, I didn't think it would be like that. I didn't know it would look like that. So be clear on what your client wants and is expecting before you begin their service. That way there is no confusion about what you're about to do. You don't have to start over. You don't have to try to come up with something on the spot. Just communicate and make it be clear. Open communication, remember that this is key when taking clients. It builds rapport, and it is also vital to building your clientele. Today, a lot of people don't know how to talk to one another. So when you are taking clients, you have to remember that, okay, these are the people that are putting money in my pocket. If you don't have clients, then your bills don't get paid. So you want to do everything that you can do to book clients and also have those clients become your returning clients. And that's how you build your clientele, by doing everything that you can do within your power. Granted, people are going to be people, but do everything within your power to have your clients rebook with you. So that about wraps it up for week 4. This is chapter 7, client care part 1. Part 2 will be uploaded on Wednesday at noon. So be on the lookout for that. Per usual, if you have any comments, suggestions, anything that you got to say, let's talk in the comments below. Bye.